Today, we will discuss how to build your Pyroknight with the flaring Draconic Vortex ring. The first thing you need to know is the statistic. You need intelligence and strength. So put strength if you want health, and put intelligence if you want damage. The intelligence is helpful because you have spells that convert your intelligence to power attack. With this spell, your power attack is very useful, and you can equip different styles of weapons. You have a strong power attack regardless of your weapon. This spell needs to be maxed, because here you have plus 50% of attack speed and more damage. Why do you need attack speed? Because your most important spell, Cyclone, is much stronger with increased attack speed. How does Cyclone work? You make for instances of damage in quick succession, so the attack speed is very important here. Your instances of damage come more quickly, so you do more damage. Don't panic, you don't need to focus on attack speed in your build. Because you have Spellmaker attack speed, first Rhythm of War, we spoke before. The second one is Battle Frenzy. You need max 2 to have maximum attack speed. So only with spells, you have 90 more attack speed. The second thing you need to know about Pyroknight and all of the class. In the late game, you need to focus on survivability, so max out your defensive spells to survive. This spell is really interesting. Don't underestimate it. You can survive a lot. Combined with Lifesteal Fatebound, you can't die easily. But you need armor, Fatebound survivability, and damage reduction to survive the big attacks of the enemy. We'll talk later. You need a maxed out Scorching Breath. It's your debuff, really important. This one does a lot of damage. This is the second spell, more important after Cyclone, Fiery Smite. You need it maxed out too. When you use Cyclone, this spell is activated more quickly than normal because Cyclone is continuous damage. Behold, my damage is doubled just with Fiery Smite. Now let's discuss the stuff. The first thing you need to have is the ring. No secret or time travel, you need a farm. You can find the ring on the boss in the Scorching Volcano. The ring converts your damage from Cyclone to fire damage and increases your damage by 33%. So good luck having the best statistic on your ring. The second thing you need to know about the stuff. You need privileges for the heavy armor. To reason simply, the heavy armor gives you strength and increases defense. Remember, survivability is very important in the late game. Heavy armor is also important because it gives you damage reduction and knockback resistance. To the Warplate, I choose the Knight Captain. You can find it in Ancient Ruins, Esoteria, or the Tower of Ionia. Different Warplates can be interesting. You need useful Fatebound and great statistics. Even the Malignant stuff can be interesting. Don't hesitate to test a different Warplate. But I chose Knight Captain Warplate for 2 reasons. Backlash Fatebound in first, and damage reduction is automatically included in the first statistics. Good luck with reforging and having great statistic on. For me, it's complicated. For the boot, I'm choosing the Blazing Sabbatons because they have Flaming Core and extra fire damage. Extra fire damage can double your damage. Do not underestimate its potential. Remember when I spoke the Igneous Transmutation spell? I am using the Emberlands, so I have a little less attack power with this one. But with this spell, I fill the gap. So I'm choosing Emberlands for the block chance for survivability again. And I have a 32% block chance. But if you want maximum damage, you have different styles of weapons that can be appreciated by the Pyroknight. For the necklace, you have different choices. First, you can choose the Hellheart Pyro. With this one, you can increase your fire damage by 60%. Fortio or Cepho can be good choices too to increase your health with Fortio and your intelligence with Cepho. If you have it, you can make a build with this necklace. It's so fun and does really big damage. But you need mana regeneration so you can make it on your second weapon. Now we speak of Fatebounds. Backlash is very importantly Fatebound on Pyroknight. All of your important spells are impacted by Backlash. Now Cyclone makes twice instead of once. Fiery Smite too. Imagine Cyclone making fiery more quickly, and this one making the instances of damage big damage. Searing Colossus can make big damage, but I won't focus here. I need more points. Same thing, Onslaught Fatebound is really important with Cyclone. Here, that skill ticks faster. It's like a speed attack on Cyclone, so the damage is really increased. A minimum of the fate bounds are required here. Onslaught fate bound is on my ring, so if I unequip it, my damage is really reduced. But for example, Flaming Core fate bound is strong, but you don't need to have 3. You can change the 3rd fate bound Flaming Core with another House of Touch fate bound. They give you the most interesting effects, but the more efficient one to me is Epicenter fate bound, because here you take all your damage and increase your damage by 60% more. Very interesting. If you can, don't get what the touched hells are. You need all the potential of this fate bound. You need to make a choice about your fate bound. Have the most efficient build. The next fate bound is the last one. If you like this tutorial, like it and comment. The last one is Energy Shield, is the most important defensive fate bound here. If you have 3 pieces of equipment with this fate bound, you can reduce damage by 50%. For a 2-second duration, very efficient if you take stun or some knockback. With Cyclone, this shield is very useful because you create a shield continuously because your Cyclone makes a shield all the time. Thanks for watching. Like if you appreciate this tutorial.